Hello there, this is Emmy from iTradeAIMS.net, and today I'm going to talk about the German 40, the DAX. This is the one that we trade every morning, and today I am, excuse me, not in my usual location, as you probably know if you are a member or if you've been following me. Somewhere in the mid of December, I have left the UK and I am traveling, so I'm still traveling and enjoying different parts. It is difficult to travel these days, but I am around GMT +5 at the moment. So, well, around 1 o'clock daytime is when London opens for me. So it's pretty damn good for me in this place. I think you might be hearing some background traffic noise here, and the quality might not be good, so I apologize for that. But it is basically, I'm recording it on the laptop and the mic of the laptop. So I don't have a mic. Unfortunately, I don't have my headphones. That's okay. Last video was all right. So let's dive into this. So what you see is, okay, let me just take this off, the Steve's ATM. When I saw this morning, I saw the market like so. So I marked the levels here. I can see that the trend was down and it went sideways. So what I look for, I think if you want to trade this strategy, this is what we do, and this is what is to be done before you look for a banana signal. You want to see if there is a trend, and after the trend you want to see if there's a trading range. So if you don't know what a trading range is and a trend is, then there are other videos about it. But when you have a trading range, what happens is that when there's a new low and then there's a corresponding this is like a sequence of lower lows or lower lows and lower highs. So when you have a lower high, and the next time when it tries to go up and it doesn't break that, then it is going into a trading range. By this time, the moving average is also telling you. And then when it comes down to it and challenges the previous lower low, in this case, and does not break it, then you are in confirmed trading range. So what we want then, but particularly in this situation, is that we are expecting a London open, and we're expecting some volatility and momentum to kick in. And so what it did was it did exactly what we want from. So I'm looking at the 5-minute chart at the moment. We don't trade the 5-minute chart. We take our entries on the 1-minute chart, as you know. So the first candle was a pretty damn good candle. It had a bit of a wick, which was a little bit of concern, but not for me too much, because I saw that it broke this with style and it went all the way down. As soon as it broke this, I wasn't on the 5-minute chart. My 5-minute chart is usually around in this area anyway. I was looking at the M1 chart like so, and as you can see, we had the first breakout candle. This was more, I was more interested in this. So the 5-minute candle was not even closed yet, but I saw this, that it had broken the trading range. I didn't care about the 5-minute candle at this moment. I saw a Waltz pattern, so that's the strong trend candle, followed by an inside candle, which is below the midpoint of the trend candle. So that's a Waltz pattern. I wanted to take a trade here, which would have been a break even, most probably. No, it wasn't. If I took it around here, probably it was a break even or not, but I couldn't get the order in. It went too quick and I missed it. Again, at number 2, I could have taken this trade, but I did not take it. I don't know why. What was the reason? I think it didn't move yet or something like this, so it moves quickly. There will be occasions where I will take this, like Tom took this and he had to pay the rent, and that is absolutely fine. So this is a valid signal. You took the trade here and unfortunately it just hit your stop loss and went down. So I was watching this and I looked at this, and the reason these numbers are away from it, I gave it a bit of a distance so I can show you these levels. As soon as I saw this, this is what we call the two-legged pullback or the PC pattern. So this is the PC pattern, ABC, where the C part of the ABC, there is a poke of the previous high. So it poked it, got rejected, and I have a cherry signal. A cherry signal has it's usually a pin bar or a doji. In this case, it's kind of a doji, but you can see that the open and close are very close to each other. And you have a wick, which is a rejection, and I have a three signal. 1, 2, and 3 signals are high probability. So I had an order on this with 14 and 20 target point. Originally I was going for a 3-hour target point, but I just couldn't wait for it, and I took 2-hour target. I am going to be taking some this was a very good day for a 3-hour target because I knew that, you know, the market wasn't a bearish. So if I take you to the hourly chart, as you can see, it was staying sideways through this, and when I saw that it was, you know, in the on the open, it was going down, I was very interested in this scenario, but I couldn't hold myself, and I took 2-hour. And then after that, this pullback was not deep enough. I could have taken this, and if I took this, it would have been fine. It would have hit my 2-hour, or did I take it? Actually, I took this one. So here, no, actually, I did take this trade. I took this, and it came down, and I think I was, I took a very huge position instead of a 1.5% risk. For some reason, I took 3% risk. So when it started going down after this tail, I took that position. It was a very big profit. So this is a 2R, which is 2%, and then here it was 3%. So we got to like 5% in 2 trades, and that was very aggressive. So I took another trade over here, and that hit 2R again. So this is your, if you are going for, let's say, FTMO challenge, and you wanted to do 10% here in these 3 trades, you hit it. If you are in my Forex funds, you definitely hit that target in 1 day. And after that, we had this 2, 3, 4. I did not want to take this trade. If I took it, it would have been a rent. After all of this profit, it really wouldn't have mattered. But obviously, you have to take quality trades. In my opinion, it was like a first pullback and a second pullback. You can call this one pullback, and that's your second pullback, and that's your third pullback. If I take the fourth one, it was probably is going to be a scalp. If I take this, then I would be managing or paying attention to these levels. If it get rejected, I will immediately get out. So that's a different type of management, which I do not apply. What I want to talk about today after this is also another important thing. So when market does this, as you can see this red line, I asked Emma in the chat room, what was the phase? And the phase was breakout and then a tight trend channel. It was a bearish trend channel, and obviously the channel then turned into a trading range, because as soon as this happens, which is a new low, does not clearly breaks the previous lower low, and then it starts to go up, and in this case it even broke the previous lower high. So that's your lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and this is your lower high, and this breaks it. Now you're in a trading range. So what you do is you mark this level and you mark that level, and then you see what happens after that. So what I was doing is, if I was sitting here, in this case I wasn't sitting here, this would be my trading range. And an important thing here is that I will be looking for this trading range. Again, I would be looking for a breakout if I was sitting here. So if I take you to the 5-minute chart, what's happening here? So on the 5-minute chart, what's happening is that you have a strong impulse move followed by a correction of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each candle was tradable, probably not the number 1 because it was a bullish candle, but 2, 3, and 4, and even 5. I mean, 5 was a confirmation candle, was the best setup, and Sam took this trade. This is our setup: impulse, pullback, banana 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whichever triggers for you, you take that trade. For me, what I would do is that I would wait for the first break of the 5-minute candle after this pullback. So I will not take a trade here. I mark this green zone here, and that's so that I want to show you that when the 5-minute candle is broken, which is this zone here, when it's broken, I would see if it breaks it like a momentum, like this one. I was looking at this momentum breakout, and then I would look for my signal, and that is exactly what's happened. And in this case, it's very beautiful, because it breaks the 5-minute candle, and then it breaks the previous low of the 5-minute candle and 5-minute chart as well, which is over here. Let me extend that a bit further. So as you can see, it breaks it, then it pulls back to it, and what do we see? We have 1 and 2. You take your trade. Your stop loss is 9. Your target is 18 or 27. 2R or 3R are both hit. So this was a really powerful and exciting, beautiful morning of trading. I got here I stopped it now. I'm making this video because I am just chilling, relaxed, and I'm waiting for the New York Open. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you in the next video.